In the episode of Grey's Anatomy that aired tonight, Simone made a serious mistake. She, fortunately, came to that conclusion on her own. There was more to her than just saying terrible things to Lucas. After they broke up, she went on to have sexual relations with another person a few hours later. Eventually, Blue learned about it. The hookup that Simone had began at the bar, but it ultimately took place at her residence. This is the house that she and Blue share. While he was watching the person leave, he made a witty remark about how she wanted to make a big splash at the conclusion of her first year. Considering that Simone was still feeling queasy, it was impossible for her to be angry with him for what he had said. The night before, she consumed a significant amount of alcohol. At the time, she was getting drunk at the bar when she came face to face with the unknown man. Lucas was unaware of the identity of the mysterious stranger. The only thing he was aware of was the split. Internally, it tore him apart. For the sake of others, he made an effort to conceal it. He was unable to convince his aunt with his acting. Amelia was aware that Lucas was sad, and she desired to make things right for him. She desired to be of assistance to him. Work was the one thing that came first. She is still caring for a patient who is suffering from locked-in syndrome. She underwent surgery on her brain, Dylan. In the beginning, it appeared to be a success. Nevertheless, the miracle gradually ceased happening. Dylan was trapped in a rut. The ability to blink was something she possessed until she eventually lost the ability to do even that. For the purpose of preventing an infection, they had to tape her eyes shut. They made an effort to wait and see if things would eventually work out on their own. As a result of the fact that there was no indication of improvement, her mother became quite desperate. She was the only child that her parents ever had. Despite the fact that they were not fearless, she was. Despite the fact that there was a less risky procedure available, parents decided against it because they did not want their kid to miss out on the opportunity to do what she enjoys. And now they were seeing her slowly pass away. There was no hope for Jenna. That being the case, she surrounded Amelia with a unique petrol tank that she was aware had the potential to bring the entire structure down. Jenna's husband came from a building background. She was fully aware of the capabilities that the petrol tank possessed. In addition to the tank, she had an electrical flint with her. In the event that Amelia did not do another operation on Dylan, she threatened to kill everyone. It was Jenna's belief that a second operation would miraculously restore her daughter's health. Not only does medicine not function in that manner, additionally, she was tying Amelia's hands behind her back in preparation for the operation. It was not possible to obtain neurological imaging or monitoring for Amelia. Additionally, she did not have a complete surgical team available to assist her. When Jenna arrived with the tank, Amelia was in the process of getting ready for a different surgery and was having a conversation with Simone. Simone was being questioned by Amelia about the events that provoked Lucas's anger. The response was never given to her. Additionally, she was compelled to get Lucas to bring Dylan to the operating room. Immediately after Lucas entered the building, Jenna refused to let him leave. Amelia was compelled to give him assistance. All of the people in the room were under fear of being killed by Jenna, and Lucas could not afford to lose either his aunt or the lady he was emotionally attached to. Amelia received assistance from him. While he was at the cleansing station, he noticed Monica. In his gaze, he issued a warning. A problem involving a hostage was brought to the attention of the hospital by Monica. As soon as they entered the building, they had to begin clearing each floor. Many other surgical procedures were taking place. There was work being done on Nora by Teddy and Winston. They devised a brand new surgical procedure on the spot. It is technically inappropriate for Teddy to be working on the woman who had sexual relations with her husband. This is especially true now that she is aware of how much Nora means to Owen. Owen informed his wife that it was an extreme case. Eventually, Teddy witnessed the two of them together, which further solidified his decision that he did not want to be with anyone else than Teddy. It was believed that Owen was holding Nora throughout the final hours of her life. There was more to Nora than just a friendship for Owen. His feelings for her were strong. When it came to his feelings, he lied to his wife. Despite the fact that she went ahead with the procedure and their operating room was located right next door to Amelia's, Teddy was still upset with him. To leave, they were given a pager. Owen even went so far as to enter the operating room and tell them to treat Nora, because they were all had to leave. They were given a warning that there was a bomb at the next door. He wished for them to be protected, and Teddy was adamant about not leaving. She desired to go through with the operation. Winston informed the other individuals that they were free to leave, and there was no one else present. In order to alleviate his concerns regarding the interns, Winston uttered such words aloud. To be more explicit, one intern, due to the fact that he had formed feelings for Jules, he was making every effort to divert her attention away from him. On the other hand, Jules was unaware of the sensations. The fact that Winston kept his distance was not unknown to her. Almost immediately, she recognized the positive aspect of that situation, which was that it gave her the opportunity to investigate her surgical alternatives. Additionally, she embarrassed herself in front of Winston by entering a room without first checking it out. She had just left herself in her room to change out of her top after she had accidentally spilt coffee on herself for the morning. It was necessary for Winston to tell her that they had traveled too far to turn back at this point. They proceeded with the operation as planned. Across the street, Jenna was deteriorating. The surgical procedure was not going according to her plans. After Dylan's brain started bleeding, Jenna accused them of attempting to kill her daughter. Dylan's brain was bleeding. In her statement, she stated that Dylan would have been okay if Amelia had never operated on her in the first place. In addition to having a firm hold on Simone, she was rapidly losing control of the situation. The scalpel was snatched by Lucas. When Meredith arrived, he came dangerously close to eliminating Jenna. They were able to retrieve Dylan's test results. There was a problem with the way her blood was clotting. As soon as Meredith arrived, she brought plasma with her. She was aware of how to manage it. She went on to describe how Dylan would benefit from it. However, she also mentioned that she was a mother. In order to consent to the plasma, Jenna had sufficient faith in her. Suddenly, the bleeding abated. As soon as the operation was finished, Jenna cheerfully surrendered herself. Soon after that, the police arrived to place her under custody for the actions that she had taken. Again, Teddy's plan was successful. Nora's life was saved by her. It made her feel happy and upbeat. Also, it's possible that she'll reconsider her decision to fire Ben. Teddy was adamant that he wouldn't be continuing his residency. She informed Bailey, who then informed Ben. In his final day, Ben stated that he would still have the opportunity to assist in the saving of lives, and he was free to take any risks he wanted. A patient of his required surgical intervention. In the intensive care unit, he performed surgery on him. When Bailey discovered him in the middle of the surgery, she quickly became extremely angry with him. Also, she saw things that he did not see. He was able to keep their patient alive thanks to her willingness to assist him. The two of them reconciled at a later time. Due to the fact that they were so relieved to be alive, they were able to forgive each other for their quarrel. Simone was never given the opportunity to communicate with him about her one-night stand. Her decision was to bury it. The only thing she can do is hope that Blue follows suit. During this time, Jules was complimenting Winston on the miraculous feat that he had accomplished. She also inquired as to the reason behind her removal from his service. He explained to her that the boundaries between them were becoming increasingly hazy. According to her, it was not for her. Therefore, that was not a valid excuse to refuse to instruct her. Jules remained in the operating room to assist Monica with the operation on a different patient. Was it also brought to your attention that Meredith had initially returned to Seattle with the intention of selling her interests in the hospital? Evidently, she required the funds in order to finance her personal research aimed at discovering a treatment for Alzheimer's disease. A strange day served only to bring to her attention the fact that she longs to be a surgeon. Her residence is in Boston. Every summer, she is the only one who is permitted to return to work in general surgery. She has no desire to return to the role of chief. Additionally, she did not wish to develop romantic links with Seattle. It was home in Seattle. In that location, they still had family. After much deliberation, Owen admitted to Teddy that he does, in fact, have feelings for Nora. Next, he stated that he has feelings for her. Their family was very important to him, and Teddy told him in all candor that she was going to make her own decisions from this point on. For the past 20 years, she has consistently chosen Owen. Without fail, he let her down. He never hesitated to take her for granted. And at this point, she was going to make her decision for herself, which might have any meaning at all. It so happened that one of the new first-year residents was the person with whom Simone had a one-night stand. In a short time, he will be working at the same hospital as both she and Lucas. When Jenna claimed that the tank was empty, she knew she was lying. It was not the case. As a result of her opening the valve, the room quickly exploded as a result of her actions. There is no way to know who was impacted by this.